This is a brief video for Vision Commerce sales order entry and the difference between standard sales orders and if you have to enter additional information and use the warehouse options. As you can see on the screen here, I've already got a sales order entered on the system, and the first thing we're going to cover on this is duty deferred orders. This is where, when you're selling goods to your customer and your customer may be paying the duty. In that occurrence, generally what happens is that the customer's main account will have the correct code for the duty account that's being used. Everyone else will have your duty code against their customer account. So when I entered the account code of retail and I go to warehouse options, I can see that the duty deferment information here also says retail. So it doesn't say my account, it says their account. Now these codes that are used here are short codes that are used at the warehouse. They are generally not the deferment number. They're generally a short code of the account code at the warehouse. So speak to your warehouse to get that code and then enter it in the customer details or enter it in the delivery address details, and then every time you put a sales order on, it will automatically fill it. And because this code is not the same as your account code, the system knows that duty is not being paid and it will not account for it. The second option is if you're using a carrier. Anything other than a standard carrier, which is the warehouse, you can select here on the front page. So if I was to select COLL, it becomes mandatory that I have to fill in the collection details because I have to tell the warehouse who is coming to collect the goods. All I'm telling them at this point is it's this haulier. I may know the registration number, and I also need to tell them the time that the goods are being collected. So these are mandatory fields if you're using the carrier. If you use OWN, which means you're picking the goods up yourself, the registration number is not mandatory. Additional functionality on this screen in the warehouse options will allow you to change things such as the delivery service. So if you were sending this out on a parcel carrier or your warehouse offers different delivery services, then you can pick the service here and this code is sent through with the order to the warehouse. The field below this is the default warehouse pick group. So if you want to group your orders into a specific group of orders, so if you were planning your own vehicles and wanting to group them into van A and van B, you can simply update the pick group and the warehouse can then see this and then they can pick van A, then pick van B. The PIN number is a security PIN number. It's a 4-digit PIN number that you can enter on a sales order. If your warehouse is using Vision ePod, we'll send this number securely, and the only time that they are asked for this is at the delivery point when your customer has to enter the 4-digit PIN before the driver is allowed to leave the goods. So it's really for high value wines. It's used quite a lot these days to ensure that the correct person receives the correct wines. Price delivery note required. If you tick this box, then you'll have the option to be able to send a marker on the sales order file to the warehouse requesting that a price delivery note is sent with the goods. Now this can be used for a number of things, so it may not be that it's a price delivery note required. It could be the marker that you set that a cash on delivery is actually going to take place. So this price delivery note required has actually evolved into many functions at the warehouse. Speak to your warehouse and see what they can use it for. The couple of other boxes on the bottom of this screen are the message fields. Pick instructions. Pick instructions go to the warehouse, they don't go to the customer at the delivery point. So on a pick note, the warehouse are given this instruction. On the delivery note, it's not there. And the two boxes beneath that, special message text. If your warehouse offer you a pick and pack service where they can put cards into the cases, such as for gift boxes, etc. The special message text here contains things like Happy Birthday, Merry Christmas. So it allows you to have two separate boxes here with the message that you want to send through to the warehouse. So these are the main differences between a standard order and using some of the options on the orders.